Friday, January 1st, 2021, not 2020. Happy New Year to everyone. It feels very quiet this morning, very quiet out there. That's one thing I can feel about 2021 so far. I have called my mom in Switzerland on WhatsApp. My mom's quite good with the technology. My sisters have helped her to use WhatsApp, to be on Instagram and things like that. She's going to be 84 in February, so she's doing quite well with the technology. And surprisingly, my mom still smokes, which is also funny. I know it's not a good habit, but she's been doing it since she was 14. So there you have it, how crazy things are. Some people might smoke and die early from cancer. My mom's still alive and kicking at almost 84. Anyway, yeah, today I want to talk about a currency league table for 2020. We're going to see how the fiat currencies fared against gold, the money of kings, right? God's money, been around, been adopted for thousands of years, has a track record. Yes, I'm not denying people who have hodled onto Bitcoin haven't done well financially, especially in the last month or so. But in my currency, how can I say, league table, you need to be a little older than 11 or 10 years old. You have to have had a long time track record. And yes, not disparaging Bitcoin. People need to be careful, I think. And as I said earlier, I'm not denying people have done well from Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, but just be careful out there, I would say. I think someone tweeted out the other day that someone predicted that the price of Bitcoin was going to the same distance, same level as the distance from the Earth to the moon, right? Because the price is going to the moon. That's how crazy it's getting. But anyway, let's get to the currency scorecard, so to speak, today. My fiat currency scorecard for 2020 and versus gold, of course. And before I do that, I just wanted to show you the scorecard since 2001, courtesy of Incrementum AG in Liechtenstein. So as you can see, up until when they published this data in May of 2020, gold had averaged 9.7% in euros since 2001. In dollars, it had averaged to 10.7. And versus these major currencies, it had averaged 10.3. So it's steady, stable store of value, as you can see here. Yes, there was 1 year there, 2013, where gold dropped 24% on average, but that has been more than made up for over the years, as you can see, since 2001. So let's start with the scorecard. I'm not going to start in any order, but in terms of performance, but I am going to start with the US dollar. And actually, the US dollar was the worst performing of the major currencies, of the major Western or first world countries, if you want to call it. But the worst performing of my league table here is not the dollar. So XAU USD, that ended 2019 at 1,517. And yesterday on Kitco, gold closed at 1898. So that was an increase of 25.11%. So gold in US dollars had its best year since 2010 when it went up 29.5%. So a good year for gold versus the dollar. XAU EUR, or the euro, ended 2019 at 1353.04. Yesterday it closed at 1553. So that was a move higher of almost 15%, 14.79% to be exact. Actually, last year gold performed better versus the euro. So the euro has performed well versus the dollar. The euro is one of the best performing currencies here of the major currencies. and we'll come to the best performing in a minute. And some of you might be surprised which one that is. So who have we got next? XAU GBP, British pound, ended 2019 at 1142.90. Yesterday we closed at 1387.34. That was an increase of 21.38%. So yes, the pound outperformed the dollar this year. It did well in relative terms to the dollar, but it underperformed the euro quite a bit, despite the fact that we've left the EU, the Brexit. Let's see. This is the best performance of gold in pounds since 2016. So number 4, XAU JPY, Japanese yen. Some of you might think Japan is in a deflation, right? And in a deflation, fiat currencies do really well. Well, that's at least what the people who are proponents of deflation, the dollar milkshake theory, say, that in a deflation, the dollar will do really well. But surprise, surprise, the Japanese yen ended 2019 at 164,838 XAU JPY. Yesterday it closed at almost 196,000, so 195,883 to be exact. So gold went up 18.83% in terms of the Japanese yen. So much for the deflation theory that currencies do well, fiat currencies do well versus gold in the deflation. So, and by looking at incrementum's chart as well, the average price rise of gold versus the yen since 2001 is 10.1%. So there you go. Number 5, XAU CAD, or the loonie, the Canadian dollar in gold. It ended 2019 at 1970.70. Yesterday we closed at 2415.87. So the loonie lost 22.58% versus gold, or gold went up 22.58%. Fairly similar to the British pound, the move there. Number 6, well, this is the best performing fiat currency of all the major fiat currencies for 2020, and it is the Australian dollar, the Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar ended 2019 at 2160.95. It closed yesterday on Kitco at 2463.13. So gold was up just under 14% versus the Aussie dollar, 13.98% to be exact. And as we see here in Incrementum's list of currencies since 2001, gold has averaged around 9.5% rise in terms of Aussie dollar. I would say the outperformance of the Aussie dollar is to do with the fact that Australia is rich in natural resources, but not only that, if you look at the government debt of Australia, it's relatively low compared to all the other major countries. So what's next? Well, we got the Swiss franc next. Supposed to be a safe haven currency, right? XAU CHF. Ended 2019, price of gold was 1460.80. Yesterday it was 1680.20. So the Swiss franc lost 15% versus gold, or gold went up 15%. Fairly close to the Aussie dollar, but Aussie dollar outperformed the Swiss franc. What's number 8 on the list here? Oh, I've got the Kiwi XAU NZD, or NZD, ended 2019 at 2,254.40. Yesterday closed at 2642.82. So gold was up 17.22% versus the Kiwi. What's number 9 on the list? Well, I've got the Brazilian real, and this one, by the way, this is the worst performing currency of the major economies. Brazil is a major economy. It's not considered part of the first world. It's still an emerging market. XAUBRL ended 2019 at 6,097.90. Yesterday it closed almost at 10,000 at 9,857. So gold went up 61.65% versus the Brazilian real. So not a good year for Brazilian savers. What about number 10? Well, I've got the Indian rupee ended 2019, or gold was at 108,215. Yesterday we closed at 138,507. Gold went up 28%. Number 11, Chinese yuan. Chinese yuan ended 2019. Gold was at 10,563.70. Yesterday we closed at 12,398. So 17% higher, 17.37 to be exact. And the second worst performing currency of the major countries in the world, Russia. Russian ruble ended 2019, while gold was at 94,021 rubles. Yesterday we closed at 140,518. So Russian savers, unless they've been buying gold and silver for that matter, they lost out because gold went up almost 50% versus the ruble, 49.45%. So what about silver? Why haven't I got like a league table, so to speak, or a report card for silver and the other fiat currencies? Well, because I would say we need to focus on gold as money for the major countries. Gold is still what treasuries and central banks hold for sovereign nations. The estimate for gold above ground, gold that has been mined since the beginning of times, is around 200,000 metric tons. The central banks and treasuries hold about 17% of that, or around 34,000 tons. Silver, not so much, but it doesn't take away from the fact that I think silver is also money and should be accumulated even more so than gold. I think silver will outperform. And silver, of course, is the money of gentlemen or ladies as well, if you want to like modify that saying for modern day. And of course, gold is the money of kings, sovereigns, and nations. So silver, though, closed 2019 at $17.83. Yesterday, the close on Kitco, we were around 26.36. So the dollar lost almost 48% versus silver. So silver was up 47.84%. So it did even better than gold, of course. So yeah, that's the report card, and it will be interesting to see what happens in 2021. I have a feeling the fiat currencies are going to keep sinking, as I said in my video yesterday, the title of my video yesterday. And no hard feelings for the people in crypto, but you need a little more longer term track record. I know the euro is only about 20 years old, but the euro really is a combination of old currencies that had been around for centuries as well. So there you go. If you enjoyed the first video of the year, make sure you hit the like button. Please share it far and wide. Think about subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet. And you can also follow me on Twitter, Parler, and all these other platforms below here. I wish you all a great rest of the long weekend. Take care. Bye.